welcome back to my channel, Tanya's TLC Beauty. Hope everyone is doing great wherever you may be. Everyone grab a snack, a little coffee, tea, soda, whatever it is you feel like munching on. Today's probably going to be a little bit of a lengthy video. I'm going to do kind of like a chit chat, get ready with me. Haven't done that in a little while. I'm going to be doing pretty much a full face of Ulta products. I did do kind of like a haul with getting some new Ulta products, and I also got some, the little makeup bag with some new Ulta products in there. So I kind of want to test it out and pretty much do a full face of Ulta. I did recently do one a few months ago using a full face of e.l.f. So I want to do a full face of Ulta and kind of see how that pans out. I have everything Ulta except for a concealer, but I am going to use Wet n Wild, so I am keeping it affordable. I think this is like under $5 or around there. But everything I'm using is Ulta except for the brushes. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I did not prime. I haven't done anything. So let's just go ahead and do it. I am going to kind of try and keep it as I do normally my face. I have kind of been enjoying just kind of priming my face a little bit with some of the Mario Badescu, and I use the facial spray with aloe cucumber and green tea. I just kind of spray it. And just to kind of get like a little bit of moisturization and get it a little bit more moist and kind of awake. So for the eyes, I'm going to go in with the Ulta Beauty Nude Matte Eyeshadow Primer and just kind of prime the eyes for the eyeshadow. And this is a rather thicker consistency, so it does look like that. I usually prefer to do my eyes before my face, just because in case there is any fallout, you can go ahead and clean up your face before you go ahead and apply that. And since I am using some newer eyeshadows, I don't know how they perform, so I would rather apply my eyeshadows before I apply my base. And I have used this eye primer before. This is actually in my products to use up for 2018. This is like one of the little trials. And once I use this up, I will probably repurchase it. It does kind of eliminate all of the redness in the veins that you have on your eyes. And what did I do with the little lid? I can't find my lid. Oh, I put the lid back on. That's what happens. So once I do that, I do usually like to set it with the Ulta eyeshadow in Bone. This was a clearance and I didn't happen to see it when I was looking for, looking at their new stuff that they have. And I am using a Wet n Wild brush, and I do just like to kind of just apply the Bone shadow all over the lid just to kind of set that shadow or set the primer. So today I did get the little Ulta Beauty You Caught My Eye palette, and this came in the little makeup bag. And I also, in a prior haul, I got this cute little eyeshadow palette, and it also comes with, on the flip side, it comes with 2 bronzers and 2 blushes. So I'm going to kind of dabble in both of those and just kind of try and go with a neutral look today. I'm not really doing too much, so I'm just going to kind of try and keep it a little bit neutral. And today I'm going to use an EcoTools fluffy brush. I'm going to kind of go in with this palette first though, and go in with this neutral shade up here just to kind of pick up some as a transition shade. And I do apologize to you guys for not getting videos up as often as I would like. We switched internet providers, and the one that we have is just plain and simple. It's really crappy. Like, it will literally take me a whole day to get a video up on my channel. And that's not even like a long video. That's just an average, 12 to 15 minute video. It takes literally a whole day to get that up on my channel. So I do apologize. I usually end up just setting my phone like on autopilot at night and end up uploading my videos then. I'm trying to kind of figure something out to get the videos uploaded for you guys, but it is kind of horrible. We had Spectrum and we went with DirecTV because they were literally like $150 cheaper, and you pretty much get the same service with your cable provider. But the internet literally sucks. So I don't know what we're gonna do. And our contract is up with our phone provider. We have Verizon right now, but we're thinking of switching. So hopefully with the new provider that we go with, it will be a lot better. So that actually blended really, really beautiful. I'm gonna go with the shade next to it. It's a little bit darker brown. I'm just gonna kind of darken that up a little bit. There is some fallout, not too bad. I mean, you want some fallout because you know it's gonna be a good shadow. And I do like the Ulta products. I've never had a problem with the eyeshadow. That is really pigmented, you guys. Wow, for a brown, that is really, really nice. And I apologize for any noises like doors shutting. My son just come home. I have no idea what kind of look I'm gonna go for today. I'm just kind of playing around with some colors. Like I said, no big plans today. It's super windy. It's a little bit chilly outside, so just kind of hanging around the house. I do have some pharmacy continuing education I have to do for the month to recertify, so I may end up doing some of that. This color is beautiful and it does blend very, very nice. Like I said, I just want to kind of do something kind of simple, not too complex, but I kind of want to get kind of an idea of these to give you guys an idea. I don't know if this palette is still available. It may not be because I think it was for Christmas. But they have like these type of palettes all the time, and some of them may be even available in their regular palettes and their regular colors. But I want to do a look of full face Ulta. And I really like these Eco Tools brushes too. They're pretty affordable, and sometimes they even have coupons on them. That shade blended out really nice and barely any fallout. I have a little bit over here, but that's why I like to do my eyes first. So I'm gonna go into this other palette over here because it has a shade called Honeycomb, and it's kind of like a shimmery shade. I'm gonna flip my brush over to the other side. It has like a little definer brush, and I'm gonna go in with Honeycomb. It's kind of a glittery brown. I'm gonna try and pack that on the inner corner. And it's kind of coming off with that brush, but I'm going to go in with my finger and just see if I can get a little bit more payoff. And I'm actually going to take that all the way over across the whole lid. Okay, so this one, it does take up a little bit of building up. It does apply a little bit better with your fingers, but not too hard. I'm gonna take a little angle brush and I'm gonna go in with Bunny Tail and kind of highlight my inner corner there just to kind of brighten that up. This is just kind of like a cute little spring palette. And just to kind of darken up the outer V a little, I'm gonna go in with this nice, rich, dark chocolate shade. If I can talk, I would be fine. And with this one, you don't need a whole lot. A little bit goes a long way with this palette. And it's not like a chocolate, it's kind of got a little bit of almost like a gold reflex to it, which is really pretty. And then I'm just going to kind of blend that in. Okay, so that's just kind of a quick little neutral look with those palettes, which I really do like that. Oops, forgot I gotta use that to smoke the lower line. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna prime my face. I'm gonna use the Ulta Beauty Poreless Face Primer. It is mineral oil free and paraben free. It smooths and refines the pores. And this is what it looks like. It does come out clear. It is a clear consistency. I usually do like to prime my entire face, just so that way my foundation will adhere to the entire face just a little bit better, and it kind of stays throughout the whole day. But I do make sure that I put it where my pores are the most, which is in my T-zone. And I go ahead and press it in with just these little patting motions, and I press it out towards the outer part of my face. And kind of as a first impression, I've never used this one before. I have used one Ulta primer and it actually kind of broke me out, but it had the like the for your complexion in it. So that one I cannot use. This one is actually really nice. It feels almost like a moisturizer. So it does feel really, really good. So then I'm going to take the Ulta Demi-Matte Foundation, and I'm actually using the color Beige, and this is what the foundation looks like. It does have a pump, so I do appreciate that. I'm gonna shake it just in case. And I'm gonna take about 2 pumps. It's kind of looks like a little bit of a creamy mousse. Well, maybe do a little, about 2.5 pumps. And I'm gonna take a L'Oreal puff. I think this is a L'Oreal puff. And just go ahead and apply that. It does seem like a pretty good color match so far. I've never used this. So most of these are gonna be kind of a first impression for me. And I will let you know if I have used it or not before. And let me see. This claims to be a lightweight cream gel formula, absorbs oil and prevents shine, light diffusing pigments, help to diminish the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. You do get 1 fluid ounce. It is oil-free, fragrance-free, and paraben-free. And it doesn't smell of anything. So I did 2.5 pumps, and that did seem to do about like my normal as far as what I usually cover on my face, just to kind of dot it. So let's see how that blends out. It doesn't really say on the package if it's full coverage or light, medium coverage, but we will see. So has anybody been watching any of the shows? Like, I know The Voice has come back and Kelly Clarkson is on there. Does anybody watch The Voice? And what do you guys think of Kelly being on there? With her being like the first American Idol winner. Because American Idol is coming back on Sunday. And now they have Luke Bryan, which I'm super excited about him being on there. He is super gorgeous and fine. My grandmother used to like watching his butt. And then Lionel Richie and Katy Perry. So that's going to be a really exciting panel. And then The Bachelor just ended this week. And my mom said there was so much controversy because Ari proposed to Becca and then he like broke up with her and chose Lauren again. And then we always watch Survivor and Ink Master, but I need to catch up on Ink Master. So that's usually like what we watch in our household as far as like reality shows, and then MasterChef and Worst Cooks in America. That is super funny. So let me know what like reality shows you guys are into. That's pretty much what we watch. So that is like first impression. It goes on really well. It's super creamy. I'm wanting to say it's like a medium coverage. I'm gonna do about 1 more pump and see if it is buildable. It blends very easily. So let me just do 1 more pump and see how it builds up. So let's do the second application here. Yeah, I do have my certain spots that I know how foundations cover them. And I have a few breakouts on my chin. So with the first application, I'm wanting to say it's kind of like a light to medium coverage. With the second application, I'm wanting to say it is buildable. If I can get this hair out of my face. Okay, so definitely buildable. That shade is a good match for me. And it goes on very, very easily. So not bad at all. It's not, I don't want to say it's like a full coverage because I have like my freckle here, my birthmark, that is not covered, and I do have my blemishes here, but that's what it's looking like after 2 applications. So it's not too bad. So I am gonna wear this all day. It's probably about 1 o'clock right now by the time I get done filming, but I will leave down in the description bar how I feel after the entire day of wear and let you know how everything wears. So now I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus Concealer, and I'm in shade Light Medium Beige. And I'm just gonna do my normal concealing. And kind of cover up my little lovely blemishes. And you guys know how I feel about this one already. I do enjoy this concealer. You guys can get it at CVS and Walgreens, probably Walmart too. But I didn't even realize when I was getting all of my Ulta products that I didn't have the concealer, or they may not have had it. I honestly cannot remember what it was. And this huge monstrosity down here has been with me for like 3 weeks and just will not leave me. It has been ridiculous. So before I set my face, I'm going to try this Ulta Beauty Liquid Illuminator in Northern Lights. This did come in the little makeup bag. It's like a liquid highlighter. So I'm going to put some on the back of my hand and go in with my beauty blender and just kind of put it on the high points of my cheeks and blend that out. So it does come off as like a pink. I'm usually not a fan of liquid highlighters like this, but it did come in that bag and I do want to kind of give it a fair chance. And it's something new, so. And with this, a little bit does go a long way. So this is kind of a buildable. Of course, with any liquid, it is buildable. But it's very pretty, very almost natural. Of course, are any highlights natural? No, but I do like it. And I did put a little too much on my hand. Oops. But I do like that. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to, before I do anything else, I need to take that highlighter off. But it's very, very pretty. And you can see it's kind of popping there. Kind of popping. So I'm going to set my skin with the Ulta Beauty Finishing Powder. This is a lightweight matte finish, and this is Fair to Light. This I have had for a while, so I already know that I do like this. And I'm using a Real Techniques brush just to kind of set my under eyes. I do like to set my under eyes first. And then I'll go in and go ham with setting the rest of my face. Which this powder I usually don't use as much. I always reach for some other powders before this one. I honestly don't know why. And for the rest of my face, I use the It brushes for Ulta, and this is just a big, a huge brush that I kind of set everything with. And it gets all kinds of messy. But this is a really good powder from Ulta. Okay, so moving on, I'm actually going to use this little compact that came in the makeup bag, and this is the Ulta Beauty, and it says You Make Me Blush. It has a cool bronzer and a rose blush. So I'm going to take a blush brush from Ulta, and I'm going to use the cool bronzer. Just gonna kind of swirl my brush in there, tap off any excess, and bronze up my cheeks. And that is really, really pretty. It looks like the foundation is oxidizing, not a whole lot, but just a tad bit. So you kind of want to remember that when you're going in for your color. Bronze up my forehead. And this is, it's not a too dark of a bronzer, so I don't want to apply too much of it, just to kind of give me a little bit of color. And then I'm going to go in with the rose blush. I'm just going to kind of keep it with the same palette. And apply it to the apples of my cheeks. And just a little bit more. And that's a really pretty palette, those two colors. And again, those bronzer is cool bronzer and rose blush. They're really pretty. I do like them. And just as like a little extra, I do have this Ulta Beauty Ombre Cheek Palette. It has a blush, bronzer, and highlighter. I've used it a couple times just as the highlighter, but I do want to pick up just a little bit more for the highlighter. So I'm just going to kind of swirl it around in the highlighter just to go on top of that, you know, just for a little extra. Oh, you guys see that? Damn. That is popping. Oh, goodness. Oh, that is blinding. Put a little bit down my nose. Oh my goodness. That is hot. That is smoking. So now I did have, a spoolie for my eyebrows. I'm gonna use my handy dandy Ulta brow pencil in warm brown. And I'm just gonna kind of fill in my brows, give them a little bit more dimension and color. Nothing too wild and crazy, just kind of my normal brow routine. This product is in my use up for 2018. This was probably like the first Ulta brow pencil I've used, or I got. So it's kind of sentimental to me. And I'm just going to go back in with the spoolie and run the spoolie through them. Make sure that product gets evenly distributed. And then also in that bag, I did get an Ulta Beauty Brow Shaping Gel in clear. So I'm going to try that out today. This is what the spoolie looks like. Just kind of apply that and set my brows to kind of keep them tame with all of this wild, crazy wind we have. And I do like the fact that it is clear. It's not really giving you any more depth because that particular brow pencil that I have is a little bit more of a darker color for me, which I don't mind. I am going to use my Ulta Lip Primer just to kind of give me a little bit of moisture. And let that kind of moisturize my lips just a little bit. I have a Ulta Lash Primer Shade Enhancing. This is actually a blue tint. And I'm just going to kind of give my lashes a little bit of some priming. And even though it is a blue tint, your lashes are not going to be blue, I promise. I have used this plenty of times. My lashes do not stay blue. It just kind of primes them for the mascara. It's actually a pretty good, affordable primer. And then I'm going to go in with my Ulta Beauty Amped Lashes Mascara. I actually do really like this one. It kind of gives them a little bit more volume. And this is what the brush looks like. So it is a little bit curved. And I do usually prefer to do 2 coats of mascara, regardless of what brand it is. Okay, so that is after 1 coat. There was just a little bit of transfer there, but that came off really easy. So I'm going to go back in for the 2nd coat. Okay, so after 2 lashes or 2 applications, that is what my lashes look like. It does kind of amp them up, gets them a little spidery and full, which I really do like. I am kind of keeping it casual today. I don't have to apply a top liner, but I am going to kind of keep it just, you know, using full Ulta products. So I'm going to use the Ulta liquid liner on the top of the lid.
Can you get your dog? Hello?
And I think that this, I can't remember if it's this liner that transfers on the top when you wear it or not. So after wearing it today, I will go ahead and link it down in the description box to let you guys know. But this color is in matte black. It does go on kind of bright and sparkly. Not sparkly, but you know, kind of like a wet vinyl look. But it does dry down super matte. And it does dry down pretty quick. Like I said, I'll keep you guys posted and in the description box if that one does transfer. I know there was one that did, and I honestly cannot remember. So just for a little brightening, I'm going to use the Ulta Automatic Eyeliner in Starlet as an eyeliner. Beautiful. It's kind of like a silvery color. And I'm just going to pop that in the waterline. And this one is kind of a subtle color, but it's kind of like a metallic. It just kind of gives like a little brightening underneath the eye to kind of open it, which I do like. And I'm going to go back into that first palette we use. And with that Eco Tools blender, I'm going to go in with that second shade, that second brown, and just kind of smoke out the brown, the under. Just to kind of give it a little bit of depth. Not too much, just a little bit. And I'm also going to go into this highlighter palette, that combo palette. And I'm going to use a Wet n Wild angled brush. Take just a little bit and go into that brow bone because that is such a beautiful color. And then one more product and we are done. I'm going to take this Ulta lipstick that came in that bag. It's a pink chocolate nude. And I'm just going to stick this onto my lips. This is so creamy. My dog is getting into trouble. That is beautiful. It's just like a nice pink nude. It's buildable. That is really, really pretty. So that is my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like chit-chatty, get ready with me, using everything of Ulta products aside from the concealer, which is Wet n Wild, and you guys know that I absolutely love it. So I am just going to set my face using the Wet n Wild setting spray. So that is it for this video and a little bit of a chit-chat tutorial with me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment in the comment section below, letting me know what product you think that you would most enjoy trying and what you thought about it. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it was a little bit longer, but I hope you enjoyed just kind of hanging out with me. And I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Thank you so much for being a TLC Beauty. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget the giveaway is still open. I need about 7 or 8 more subscribers until I'm going to do the giveaway and let you know who are going to be the 2 lucky winners in it. So until next time, have a great day or evening wherever you are. I love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.